So we're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 basic black cardstock, and we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to score them both at 5.5. I now want to mark 1 inch on the right side of the card and a 2-inch mark on the left-hand side. So we're going to line both of those up in the Stampin' trimmer, aligning the pencil marks with the cut line on the trimmer. I also want to cut a 1/4 piece of Whisper White, and we're going to fold on the score line, and we're going to make sure our Whisper Whites fit. And so I think I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off the end to compensate for the fold. So these should fit perfectly. So to get the paper, I'm using the inside of the envelope that was in the paper pumpkin. So now I'm just going to cut it down. I think I ended up really cutting it down way too much here. I was trying to get just a piece of paper and cut off all the tabs where I probably could have been much more efficient. But so I basically want to get a 2-inch by 4.25 inch piece. And I'm going to attach that to the bottom of the Whisper White with snail. And then I'm going to attach that to the top inside of the basic black. And then for the next one, oh yeah, I want to trim it. So for the next one, I took this extra piece that was included that was black and white, and I wanted to make it pink. So I found the best way was to use my sponge brayer. If you used like a dauber, you could see the pink line in the black, but if I sponged the entire piece, it didn't leave any lines, and so it just looked pink and black, which I thought was cool. And I just go over it a bunch back and forth, and each time we'll add more and more ink. So we're going to follow the same process as with the other one. Attach it to the bottom, and then trim, and then attach it to the back side of the front cover of the card. So for the greeting, I'm cutting 2 strips that are 1/2 inch wide. And I cut them really long, and then I realized that they really only need to be about 5 inches. So I trim them again instead of stamping all that extra. So here I'm just taking the simple love from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I'm stamping it over and over, using the grid line as kind of a guide as to how often to stamp and to space them. So we're just going to attach these with snail and make sure the ends hang off both sides so they can be fully trimmed. I decided to use the washi tape that's included in the kit for a little extra emphasis here. And we trim them both on either side again. So the U, which I really liked from the kit, I did them both differently. The first one I really just cut out, kind of like a die cut, and I just really thought it was kind of a cool look. I don't think I would do this with a whole lot of cards, but for one special one, I thought it was kind of fun. A lot of little fussy cutting in the corners and such. So the second one, I decided I really just wanted it to show up over the heart. So I just used the triple punch, banner punch, to give it a little interest on the end, and added some dimensionals to make them stand out from the card. So the heart that was included in the kit, this is the new Lemon Lime Twist ink. It's so pretty. So I decided I was just going to watercolor the heart entirely in this Lemon Lime Twist. I'm excited to play with this color, especially with the Melon Mambo that I'm using here and the new Berry, I think it's Berry Bright. Oh, I don't even remember the name of the color. The new color coming out. Berry Burst. I think it's Berry Burst. So I think those will be fun color combinations. And so I just added, I like things hanging off the side, so trim them off flush kind of gives you the perfect look. You don't have to worry about lining stuff up too much. So the kit came with all these cute leaves and these, I don't know, lucitate with some glitter flowers. And so I applied them with little dots that came. They're really quite adorable. It's something I think my daughter would love. And so I decided to attach 3 to this card, which is kind of excessive, but I just thought they were so cute. I lined the leaves up. I put the flower where I want it, and then attach the leaves, then go back and attach the flower, so I know it's where I want it. This last one, I kind of want it to be on top of the other 2. So after I figure out where the petals are going to be, I attach the dots to the 3 petals that are going to be attached to the other flowers. And then I decided to do a double-decker dimensionals. So I have to cut them in half so they'll fit on the petals. And then I add another dimensional on top of that. You got to make sure you remove the paper from the first one. It'll fall off. Because the height of these flowers is good size, so you need a double dimensional to hold them on. And then I thought, needs a little bit more. So I grabbed the rhinestones. Of course, unfortunately, these have sold out. They've been retired and sold out. They're coming out with a new one in June, but you can also use the enameled shapes that are still around or the white enameled shapes. So those are my cards. I hope you like them. Thank you.